everyone! For this next compilation video, I asked campers a new question. I asked everyone, what do you worry about when you go camping, and what do you do to make sure that worry doesn't come to be? Throughout the day, this led to some really great practical advice for things to consider when you're planning your camping trip. Then, later on throughout the night, around the campfire, it led to some really great advice about how to enjoy what camping is really about. So, I hope you enjoy what everybody has to offer.
When I go camping and I'm traveling long distances, my biggest fear probably is a maintenance issue or a breakdown on the road. And I want a reliable service that I can call and they can be there. I've had Good Sam in the past, but I recently canceled that because I know of 3 people that they just didn't show to help them. And I want someone that's reliable. So I'm looking into another, I have coverage through my auto carrier, but I want something that I'm sure will cover the camper.
When we leave for camping, we are always concerned about our home front safety as it relates to flooding in the basement and water failures with the sump pump and with the water heaters. So what we have done is we have purchased what's known as a D-Link app, and it comes with some infrared cameras that work both in color and black and white. And you use your smartphone, you put the app on, you mount your cameras where you want them to look, and you can check and see whether or not there's been any failures while you're gone. Works out very well.
So one of the things that we worry about is when we go out hiking, or if we take the Jeep out four-wheeling or something like that and leaving the trailer behind. We hear a lot about these little trailers getting stolen and taken. So what we do is we put a couple of locks here, one for the ball and one for the clip here. The other thing we do is also put the claw on one of the wheels. Nothing's 100%, but at least it deters people from slowing down, taking something.
Yeah. Well, I purchased this surge protector because I'm always concerned about the power source, and then I connected the cable connecting these two together, and then I chain it to the pedestal so it doesn't grow legs and walk off. But this is a really good idea to make sure your power, you don't want to mess up your trailer, and you plug it in before you hook up your trailer to make sure it's all green lights.
All right, the one thing I worry about when we go camping is a bathroom solution. So even though we have a bathroom close by, it's always nice to just have our portable tent and portable potty so that I don't have to worry about a long walk in the middle of the night to the bathroom.
Okay, our biggest worry is running out of electricity because it has happened before. So there's only a group 24 size here for the lead acid deep cycle. I pull that out and put in a Rely-On 75 amp lithium battery that seems to do wonderful. But also to cover us, I did more batteries. We've had previous campers, so I had extra deep cell batteries left over, and I've got 2 of them stacked there in the corner of the truck, and those charge off of the engine when the alternator is running. And there's also a 12-volt outlet there that we run an ARB off of, which is a 12-volt freezer refrigerator, and this system will run that for days without running out of juice.
So one of the things that we worry about when we're camping is that we see a lot of times where space is very limited on the weekends, and Fridays and Saturdays tend to sell out. So as we're traveling, we like to look ahead and get an idea and maybe some assurance that there'll be a place for us on Friday and Saturday, whether that be a national park or a boondocking or a harvest host or just someplace, because we know that particularly in the South, during the winter time, that things will sell out. So we like to be sure of that.
One of the things that John and I worry about when we're on the road, and especially when we're gone from home for a long period of time and we're boondocking, is where are we going to find water and where are dump stations available. So one of the things that we've found is there are some great apps that you can have on your phone. One of them is Campendium, another one is RV Dumps, and then there are individual truck stop apps such as Love's, Pilot, and Flying J. And we've even found that there are even some gas stations where all you have to do is ask if they have a dump station available, and it's free. You can't beat that.
Okay, so the thing we worry about most, besides not having enough alcohol, is not having enough ice. So we have an ice maker, which makes continuously makes ice so we don't run out. And then, after consuming enough of those, in order to not trip over the guy wires, we have to have little pool noodles on there and lights to keep you from falling on your face when you walk, not even at night. Sometimes it's during the day.
I have limited time to go camping because I'm working so much. And so I really want to maximize the enjoyment when I get there. And one of the things that really bugs me is noise or people behaving improperly. And so my big concern is when I go somewhere that somebody's going to be rude and just really destroy the experience that I've worked so hard to go and enjoy.
Mostly I worry about what I'm going to walk into when I get back home. Work, with family, with obligations, with all the things that you camp to get away from or to get out from under. And I really do. I don't look at my email. I don't turn on my phone if I don't have to. And I just try and be in the moment and enjoy what I'm doing for the time I'm out there.
I worry about getting lost, getting on a road that's not a road, and not being able to get out of there. And it's happened to me once, and I had to back out of there, and it's not easy in a tab, but I did it, and I got out of there. But just getting in a situation like that, that's really hard to get out of. Well, I try to pay attention to my GPS. I've got people that follow me on Find My Friends, so if I get way off the track, they'll rein me back in.
When I first bought my very old used tab, I was solo and I did not know what the heck I was doing. I was worried that it would, I'd lose it down the road, 5 miles back and wouldn't know it until I got farther down the road, or I was worried that my chains, my safety chains wouldn't hold if they needed to. I'd worry about all those stupid things. I worried about so much, but I also, and the way I got rid of those worries was to just keep doing it and find out that it's really not that big of a worry.
One of the things that I'm concerned about is when you travel, some of the best experiences are things that you can absolutely never plan for. And it's taking advantage of a last-minute opportunity by meeting somebody or happening in some kind of a circumstance you would never have imagined, and it ends up being an absolutely wonderful experience that you treasure for the rest of your life. So what my concern is that maybe I'm having a day when I'm not there willing to put myself out and meet that other person or actually agree to do that experience, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing that I've lost. And how I try to counter that is to simply try to go with whatever's happening and like has been said by some other people, being in the moment. If there's some interesting people around me, I try to put myself out and meet them, talk to them, learn something. I believe you can learn something from every person on this earth because somebody knows something that I don't oftentimes. And that's one of the things that I enjoy doing the most in whatever kind of traveling or camping that I'm doing.
I think there's no better way to learn than from others doing exactly what you're wanting to do. So hopefully you found a little nugget of wisdom or truth in there that will help you out. As always, in the description below, there will be a link to my blog, which will contain all of this information and relevant links. We appreciate you clicking on our Amazon links, which help keep us on the road. So here's to worry-free camping. Love and light.